Today I'd like to share an article with you. Are you willing to break out of your comfort zone? Changing inertia requires applying new force. Those who frequently hike know that a well-trodden mountain path is easy to walk on, as grass doesn't grow there. A path untouched for a month or two becomes overgrown with weeds. How can a mountain path be made easier to walk? The answer is frequent walking. Newton's second law of motion is the law of inertia. Once inertia is established, it possesses its own power. Habits become second nature. Anything becomes so easy once it becomes a habit. Why do people develop habits? Inertia is like learning to ride a bicycle 20 years ago. Today, it only takes a minute, and you can do it instantly. Habits become second nature, like brushing your teeth and washing your face in the morning. No review or thought is needed. When inertia takes effect, reason hardly needs to participate. It's automatic navigation. Habitual things become very easy. So, to change old habits and establish new ones, do we need to practice? Yes. Inertia is habit. Is it possible for old habits to easily relapse? Yes. Have you ever tried to change your old way of thinking as much as you would change old habits? Many people, once they form a way of thinking, never change it again. Habits are meant to provide convenience, but they can make you stubborn. They're meant to create inertia, making things easier. But once things become easier, laziness sets in, and fear of the unknown arises. Because you've become accustomed to what you're used to. The older you get, the more afraid you become of change. The day you fear change is the day suffering and disaster begin, because you've already fallen into old habits. People are usually afraid of the future. If you don't change yourself, fate will force you to. All illnesses ultimately boil down to one word: change. Change your beliefs, change your habitual patterns, change your habits, change your behavioral patterns, change everything in your life. But often our biggest problem is the fear of change, because change means the unknown. Everyone treats the unknown as fear, and the whole world is permeated with an atmosphere of fear of change, fear of the unknown. So, like a frog slowly being boiled in water, you know your old patterns are preventing you from jumping out. However, because of habit, it eventually becomes a dead end. Reason can deceive itself. The more reason deceives itself, the higher the temperature rises, like the frog in slowly boiling water. We sometimes easily find 100 reasons to justify our inertia, allowing us to stick to old patterns. Once a habit forms a pattern, changing it requires force. A stationary object needs force to move, and a moving object needs external force to change direction. Any change requires external force. Without it, inertia won't change. The Buddha said 2,500 years ago that only constant change is the truth of the universe. Within change lies constancy, and within constancy lies change. The only constant in the world is change itself. A life formed by habits may be a destiny, a tragedy. Ask yourself how many reasons you have to resist change. The mind is interesting and cunning. Let's not deceive ourselves anymore. I think this article is truly excellent. You might not feel it just by listening, but if you read it aloud, you will definitely feel it. Many of us live stagnant lives, stuck in the same place 30 years ago, because we've remained in the same place. Many of us fail to achieve breakthroughs, earn money, or experience change in our lives because we've become accustomed to our comfort zones. When discussing financial intelligence, we mention 6 key areas, the first being earning more money. How do we earn more money? By exploring uncharted territories. For example, someone might say, I work in the computer industry, but I'm not making much money. I ask them why they're still in the computer industry and why they don't switch. They might say, because this is what I studied, I don't know anything else. The truth is, they're afraid to change because they're in their comfort zone, afraid to step outside it. Therefore, I think everyone should dare to explore uncharted territories. Do you know why humanity has progressed? Human progress is because when we are young, we are not afraid of the unknown, we are curious. It is curiosity that drives humanity forward and allows us to continuously develop. Children are curious about everything without fear. But as we grow up, we are filled with fear. We only dare to stay in our comfort zone. We dare not go where we haven't been before. We are afraid of the unknown, and this fear holds us back. But have you ever considered that if you dare not explore the unknown, how can you possibly achieve the life you want? You clearly know that your industry only allows you to earn so much money. Your job only allows you to earn so much money, and your company only allows you to earn so much money, yet you dare not try a new industry. You will forever remain stagnant. So, I hope everyone makes a decision for themselves today. Step out of your comfort zone. Dare to change. Dare to go out. Dare to explore the unknown. That's what makes life fun. That's what makes life meaningful, right? Before you enter the unknown, you will never know what you are truly suited for or how capable you really are. Everyone has their own path. The reason you are not successful is because you haven't entered your path yet. But why can't you enter your path? You dare not take that step, right? I hope today's article is helpful to everyone. You can listen to it more than 5 times. I believe that after you understand it, you will definitely dare to change. See you next time.